has so much music to the point where, bro, just show me the fucking thing, man. Here it is. Yeah, this one's cool too. Like more cartoonish and shit, but yeah, bro, damn. I mean, what do I say? Voyd 2 was a great LP. I'm not sure if I'd take Harbinger over Voyd 2. I think they're on equal levels for me. Both super diverse albums. Harbinger is definitely more, what's the right word? I would say consistent all the way through, more realized, while Voyd 2 does explore more, is more experimental, but could have been fleshed out better in certain aspects. You feel me? Regardless, I really like both LPs, and I've been a huge Sudden Death fan for a long time now. I've been tapped in since fucking Dirt, and Dirt is a 10-year-old song. Yeah, bro, just Sudden Death, cemented GOAT when it comes to this shit. The Voyd project is so important to the overall dubstep scene. The way he brought back dark sounds into the mainstream, you get what I mean? Obviously incorporating heavy amounts of rhythm into his music, but kind of exploring outside of just that dubstep subgenre. You feel me? He's delving into deathstep and tear out, and he's making, under his Dead Room alias, some Four on the Floor house and techno shit now too. So he's a versatile artist. He's an incredible artist, and when it comes to the modern dubstep age, he's definitely like top 3 or 5 at least. Yeah, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really know what to say when it comes to this fucking intro here, because it's kind of surreal that this shit dropped. Be honest. Well, I guess I could just get into it. I don't want to yap too long, you know? I don't know how long I've been recording for already, but shit. Let's do Prelude 1. Kind of beautiful off the bat, bro. That string sequence in the intro was super nice, and this like hazy like reverb wash. I love this. SD's synth lines are so legendary, bro. Like, he's actually an exceptionally talented songwriter. Like, when it comes to melodies too. My bad, bro. I'm so fucking unprepared for this video. I just wanted to hop right into it, and I'm not even gonna lie. There we go. We'll just do that. Yeah, bro. Super excited. And I know I said I credit Sudden Death for really bringing back a darker and murkier and sometimes even heavier, especially as of recently, sound into the mainstream dubstep airwaves. But there's also a certain goofy element to especially the Voyd stuff that I really enjoy. It's dark, but has a edge of goofiness, and it's fun too. You know, it's not meant to be taken extremely seriously. Like take Code Pandorum for example. Shout out to bro. I seen he just dropped a reaction too. Like his music is just straight up dark, right? And grisly and brooding. And when it comes to sudden death, there's still like a fun, catchy, almost silly aspect to it that doesn't take away from the darkness, but it complements it perfectly. That's how I differentiate at least their two styles. And obviously the rhythm format in which most of his music is within helps the grooviness and the catchiness. Oh no, bro. It's not this one. Is this the intro that he opens? He opened a lot of his sets with this fucking intro, like in 2023 and 2024, I believe. Maybe even earlier. Is this the I Hate Everything intro? Or am I tripping? Hold on. Oh my god. The Maze of Punishment snare. You beautiful creation. Love the arrangement. Sound design is so staple him. Some of the sound design, and I had this issue with Insane too, sounds louder than others. I'm not sure if that's intentional. It kind of is a drawback for me, but I still really enjoyed the drop. The darkness will take. The darkness will take. The GOAT, bro. I love how this functions simultaneously, and a lot of his intros and interludes and outros do, as a live show intro as well as like a conceptual world building kind of song. Yeah, just bro staple stabs in the first drop, the super gurgly sounds here, it's just yeah, I'm a showcase my very recognizable set of sounds, very influential set of sounds, and y'all can't fuck with me. This song is a statement. I just love when you go so mystical, dog. Apologies if the Uproar playlist is just going to be full of songs off this LP, bro. Hopefully the other motherfuckers do deliver, though. That's uproar worthy, I think. Make sure to follow this playlist as always. Gotta self promo with every fucking vid. My heavy bass / underground dubstep playlist. Link will be in the description box, of course. Let me just drop this in here. We'll put it at the very top, bro. Fuck it. And I'm gonna have to replace the cover too. Sorry, Barney. All right. Phiso remix of Maze of Punishment. Now, Phiso is a pretty great producer. I can't lie. I haven't been the hugest fan of his shit since he's been popping, but there's no doubt that he's extremely influential, especially when it comes to the more modern era of producers, like, say, Vexu, for example. You know, that kind of sound design, close combat, you feel me? I think he's very crucial when it comes to that whole future dubstep wave. So, and of course, he's done his thing in the rhythm. I just fuck with how experimental some of his music is, especially for rhythm itself. You know, he really challenges himself with every song, I feel like, and that I don't even think it's really crazy to say that he's the Space Laces of rhythm specifically. You feel me? Yeah. Minimal output, but pretty great music. Let's do it. And when I say Space Laces of rhythm, I don't mean to discredit him or compare him to another producer. It's just an analogy that helps explain my overall thoughts on his music and what he's done for the scene. But I think most producers would be honored to be compared to Space Laces in any kind of way.
We are born to die.
So come now and stand, and embrace your inner evil.
Whoa.
Subsequent. You were never blind before. We are born to suffer. We are born to die. Come now and stand and embrace your darkest future.
.code sound is sustained. This is exactly what I was hoping for. Future dubstep, everyone. nigga, what?
Embrace your darkest future.
Bro, I didn't think it was gonna be this good. My standards were high, but jeez.
Phiso.
Now this drop here is one of Sudden Death's greatest, so I hope he reworks it in the Phiso way accordingly.
You dare challenge.
This is one of the best Phiso songs ever. Reload. One thing I do want to say before getting into the rest of these remixes, I'm not a fan of when dubstep producers remix a song, whether that's a non-dubstep track or a dubstep track, and just put two incoherent drops that have nothing to do with the original track onto the song, essentially capitalizing of, oh yeah, I'm remixing this big name song, but what I did with it has nothing to do with the OG source material. What I love most is when producers put their original style to their style to good use and rework the track in a way that suits the song. You still hear remnants of the original song while them essentially taking over the vibe of the entire track. And he does this perfectly here. These drops are fucking insane, bro. Just the sound design spam in the first drop and the depth of this sound.
You dare challenge.
The snare, bro. The grit, the girth. This rivals the OG Bays of Punishment. I'm so serious. It might be just as good. Fuck.
Darkness awaits. Coming from the night. Listen, my dear. You cannot escape your destiny.
Oh man. Okay. We'll leave that where it's at. Must I remix of Mazes of Punishment as well. Actually, when I looked through this track list initially, I thought there was one remixer per song, which I don't mind both methods of constructing a remix comp where there's multiple producers that might remix a specific song or just one person per song. I'm a fan of Must Die, so I'm excited for this. I'm hoping for some harsh rhythm, hard dance type stuff. Which, by the way, Must Die and Sudden Death need to drop that ID off of the Dead Room 2 showcase. That shit was insane. I need a Dead Room project anyways, very soon, bro. Now, I'm not really a fan of these hardstyle atonal screeches, really. But when Must Die incorporates them, he does put them to good use. So we'll see what he does. Or raw style, my fault. Beautiful ride. Solid. And the A-B section switches that Must Die does with the kicks, the more hard techno kicks initially, and then the like hard style kicks. I always fuck with that. The tonality to that bitch. This rumble's crazy, bro. The texture to it, the artifacts in the stereo field. It's decent. My only drawback is really, well, it's nowhere near one of Must Die's best hard dance songs. And like I mentioned, while the Phiso remix was playing out, or in between, should I say, that there's not much incorporation of the original song past the intro and the vocal sampling. But I get it, you know, add some multi-genre variation to the comp. I'm a fan. Especially when it's coming from a guy who actually knows how to make the genre, and not just a dubstep producer making hard techno because he's hopping on the wave. Because Must Die was one of the first motherfuckers to really tackle this sound. And it's been present in his style for over half a decade now. Cool. Nice little outro impact there too. So we have Kompany's remix of Dream Sequence. This is going to be interesting. I think Kompany's like the main front runner when it comes to heavy rhythm. I think he does it the best, so excited.
What would you do with one wish?
Maybe I should also say something to the original tracks as well while I'm at it, because I don't think I ever properly reacted or reviewed to. I did review the LP back then. I think it was the Joe Plus episode where I briefly covered it. Maids of Punishment's great. It's one of my favorite songs of his period. The only song that's dethroned it by sudden death in this decade is Harbinger. I'll say that much. The final drop, like I said, is just incredible. Dream Sequence was a great ID. I do like the release version, but the sub bass is kind of low. And yeah, I think it's a genius concept of VIPing two of your most goated songs in another song. Now this is what I call remixing a song. You hear the OG intro, but it's companyified. It still fucks my head up how this dude, you had all the people posting on Twitter the 2.5 art there, which would have been a better cover art, to be honest. It's a day before the shit released. Decent drop, nice and tonal, nice round stabby sound design there. Cool sub too, nice little wavy sub there. I actually like how big the percussion is compared to that low sustain there and the shit on top. Yeah. Reminds me of Jakui, actually. It's more low-key than I expected from Kompany. Usually I expect a more full force standard dubstep song from him, but this is a cool change of pace. I like this one too. Great reworking as a whole. Solid. It's cool. Yep. Nice little sweep there too. Excuse me. Next up is Hedex's remix of I can't read. Shallow Land Burial. I'm not a fan of Hedex because I don't like Jump Up. So we'll see what this is. But again, for the multi-genre, I guess, I get it. The OG Shallow Land Burial is definitely a overhyped song. I get it. It's a festival banger. But it's a pretty good Brenham song in and of itself. So this already sounds so weird, bro. I'm sorry. This reminds me of those dudes, the Australian guys. I think it's a duo where they call Joint Effort. They used to remix a whole bunch of dubstep songs, bootleg them, and turn them into D&B, which actually ended up panning out much better than I thought it would. I'm expecting something similar to what they do, but we'll see. Nah, bro, I'm good. But he did use the OG source material. I don't really know what Hedex's sound sounds like. In my opinion, this sounds like Sudden Death could have remixed it himself and turned it into a D&B VIP because it is so similar to the OG song, just over jump up percussion. But I guess there's that little croaky sound there. Yeah, I just don't like it because I don't like jump up. Now, if this was a nigga like Result or Trenist remixing this, I'd have really enjoyed it. Or Simula, that would have been insane. But nah, bro.
Switch.
This is better, and I hear more of Hedex, or what I presume to be his sound. The sweeps and the reverb control is pretty great. That's helping out for sure. I just think the first drop, just lazy sub, super uninspired. This is the first miss in my opinion. Minimalism does work here, admittedly. I like how the sub was pitched up there.
My home is the rave.
Okay. Creator. This is a Void ID. I love this ID. The intro is probably Sudden Death's best intro. I'm not even joking. Like, it rivals fucking Junk World and some other tracks. Whew. And the drop, bro. I'm gonna just play it out, then get my other thoughts on it. But is it longer? 5.5 minutes. Holy shit. Might be another drop to it. The cavernous feeling to this shit. Sick. Nice little early interlude track here with some sick drops to go with it. Just, bruh, the sliminess of those drops past the first one. It's funny as fuck, bro. It's almost on some vomit step type shit. It's like Snail's influence, kind of. Yeah, bro, just the bubble sounds in that first drop, bro. This is what I mean with this is actually the epitome of the Void sound, like dark but goofy at the same time. I think that it really takes it to the extreme, which is why I fuck with it so much. Very extensive and extremely well written non-drops too, bro. Yeah, I'm just in love with that intro. That was cool. Nice little journey there. All right, Magic Armour Tape B remix. I'm not sure who Tape B is. I might be tripping, but I believe he makes 140. I might be saying something completely wrong, something completely false, but OG Magic Armour, I love. I think it's one of the best songs off of Voyd II. It's probably top 5. And just great melody, incredible non-drops. Yeah. Okay, interesting intro. The keys sound kind of flat and almost out of key, but I think that's on purpose. They do sound a little inauthentic though. Yo, that turnaround is amazing. The way it like morphs between The bass and the melody. The portamento on that. I was not expecting a classic dubstep song. This is great. I love this. I had to add it to my classic dubstep songs playlist. It fits that well. It obviously has better production, but like, damn, that sounded so authentic. I take this over Voltage by Skrillex any day. And the rewriting of the non-drops is incredible, bro. This is what I mean, bro. Make the song your own, bro. Great sound. Great. That was super sick. Great remix. Great remix. I'm definitely going to go back to that. No further notes. Maybe I should get into tape B. He damn sure knows how to make a classic dubstep song sound genuine. Alright. Kill Safari remix of Magic Armour. Who is Kill Safari again? I know this fucking name. And another iteration of the Magic Armour intro. This is why I like when multiple people remix the song. Okay, kind of corny build up here, but we move. The beat like arcade sounds are kind of cool, but I did not need a Brennan remix of this song. Not a fan. like the background melody, but why is it so abrasive? Why is it so boisterous, bro? All loud and shit. That response part was nice. I think the percussion, well, the kick and snare at least don't mesh so well together with the cymbals and rides. The snare is either too loud or too present to the point where it feels like it's way too far in front of the other cymbals in the mix. But this hybrid trap-esque section I do like. I like the sustain. The melody in the back is great. It's kind of saving this drop for me. Yeah, this little slicey part here. I think a dubstep snare wasn't the right move to make here with this drop. Trap snare would have worked, I think, better. Or maybe like a hybrid of dubstep and trap. You know, those snares that every Britain producer uses nowadays. I think that would have worked better over a classic dubstep snare. Or standard dubstep snare, should I say.
Give you the magic safeguard. Take this and continue through the dark. But remember, my friend.
Bet. I can respect it. I'm just not a big Britain guy. Yeah, I'm not sure the melody worked the best in that format, especially in the first drop. But the second drop's cool. It's fine. All right. But like I said, I could get behind them actually making the song their own. They did that well. Better than some of the remixes so far. We have Eidolon Hex, Mad Dubz remixes of it. Eidolon Hex is one of the wackiest, wonkiest songs off the OG LP. Pretty experimental too. Like it a lot. So we'll see what bro does. I do hope Mad Dubz doesn't go too square for on us with this song. I like when it goes kind of like with the modernized kind of futuristic trench sound like on his Halcyon EP, the first one. So I hope it's something like that. like the kick. I like the impact of the basses. I like the space it carves out. But the sound design is underwhelming. Yeah, I don't like this Mad Dub style, even though the flow's good. Of course, you had to squeeze that sound in there. I actually like the mix down. Drums are in your face, but the sound design's so reverbed out that it almost sounds behind it. Like, yeah. It's like in the backdrop, but I kind of like it for that. Yeah, fine flow, but just, yeah, it's just, it's rhythm. Okay, flat breakbeat, but I like the section. I love this part. I'm a sucker for granular shit. I wish he could have changed it up though, but it's nice to hear this again. It's good for what it is. I'm just not a trench fiend. So now we have something I'm super excited for. Thirst for Revenge. Great death step song. Great song. And it's only fitting that we hear a new death step variant of it. YVM3 is going to be remixing this shit, and it better be one of the best.
I've been waiting for you. I can feel the rage building inside.
This kind of spooky, but it's not as brooding as I'd like it to be from YVM3. But dry ass snare. Okay. Okay, nice and rearing. I don't know why the snare's high end is so loud in the stereo field, but we move. I still like it. Too little of the OG thirst for revenge in here, though. It's cool, but it's not as defined as YVM's 3 sound usually is. I get he's known for his rough and messy mixdowns, but this one is like almost too blown out even for him. And that high end crunch is missing too. It just sounds super shrill in the high frequencies instead of having that like nice texture. And honestly, bro, it sounds like it doesn't sound of YVM3's typical standard. It sounds like an underground Terrot producer whose favorite producer is YVM3. Like the direction I enjoy, but this could have been so much better. Like that little cut there. This song feels rushed as fuck. I'm gonna keep it in me. The generic ass break loud as hell. Niggas been listening to Night Punt. Cool boomy kick. The break sounded a little more unique there in the drop, actually. That's good. Brought the melody in. Decent second drop. I like it. This is still underwhelming for YVM3 standards. I'm gonna keep it a bean. Yeah, I expected better. Definitely in the lower echelon of his music. Might be his worst song, actually. But it's still listenable. Yep. Expected more. Not bad, but not the best. Oolacile's remix of Act 3. Now, Act 3 is by far my favorite interlude section of Voyd 2. Incredible, minimalistic drop at the end. With the vocal and the just evil bass. And the weird white noise shots that like come in every so often, like volume automated. It's funny. Yeah, let's see what Oolacile does with it, bro. Oolacile, if you're watching this, please bring Halcyon back, at least the comps. And yeah, I'm excited, bro. I'm a huge fan of Brazilian funk, and he did it with this one. This is really cool. It it sounds like it's inspired by Botanica in a way. If Botanica was I lost my train of thought. I'm gonna shut up and let the rest of the song play. Okay, it sounds like if Botanica was industrialized, if that makes sense, like industrial Botanica almost, right? Yeah, this is super sick, bro. I'm not sure if it's melodic enough to add to my melodic playlist, but I like to see him explore his creativity like this. This actually does kind of remind me of some of the songs off of his Be Curious LP, but more realized, more fleshed out.
You can't stand me.
All the artifacts and textures, bro. The snares were funny as fuck too, like I was obviously expecting it to be a little chirpier and more happy sounding, more blissful sounding than the OG Act 3 because it is Oolacile. And yeah, man, I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Not forced Jersey Club at the end there too. It fit. Okay, nice. We have SYFM with PYKE. I'm not sure if this is the. I like the other ID that they previewed on SoundCloud. Not a big fan of PYKE though. I'm just not a fan of the whole masked alias, fast food, square foreign trench wave, but yeah, we'll see what this sounds like at full. I like how dry and bare bones the backdrop is, and then with the atmosphere, it's kind of cool. It's pretty gnarly. Like, there's a huge disparity between like the front sound design and the backdrop is what I'm trying to say. Like, it's super far in the back and the sound design super up in your face. Interesting mix down, cool mix down. Satisfying ride too, I like it. I like how this is a trenchified version of like the garbled, incoherent Voyd intros and sometimes like bridges. Yeah. I just wanted to check what the shoplifting. That was the idea I liked from both of them. I think this was one of the two they previewed in one SoundCloud clip. It's fine. It's fine. I mean, I don't think I'll go back to it though. It just I know you need like a more regular rhythm song when it comes to sudden death. I guess that's this one. Laughing track, MUERTE remix. Heavy rhythm royalty. We'll do it. Oh, the OG laughing track. I mean, second drop is Bone Breaker, so of course it's great. And the first one's good too, even though it took some getting used to hearing the laugh chops over the Bone Breaker ID. But I like the guttural, murky sound of it. I am really excited to see what MUERTE does with this. Quiet ass kick. Oof. Snarling sub. This sound is solid. Cool mix down. It sounds like the sound design's trying to get away from the mix down and the percussion, like like it's going this way. You feel me? Like. It's good. MUERTE melody woven in. Yep. I like how he's putting in other laugh chops. That adds quite a bit of character. I'd have preferred if he tried to rework also the Bone Breaker drop, but for consistency's sake, this is good. Yes, of MUERTE standard. I didn't expect any more or less. What am I trying to say? It's of my expectation. This is good. Really nice mixdown. It's getting me hyped for Signs of Death Volume 6 whenever that shit drop. That flow, I know. I'm not sure if he has used it before or Sudden Death. I know it's not on Laughing Track, but it works in this context. Okay, Comprehension Barrier, Prosecute remix. Yeah. Okay. OG Comprehension Barrier. I love the icy cold first drop. And wonky second drop. It's also a very good song, and it surprisingly has, I think, the most streams on Voyd II for whatever fucking reason. I remember he previewed the ID in a merch drop video of his or some shit, and I was already hyped for the song. But yeah, we'll see what Prosecute does with his just maxed out, blown out rhythm style. Holy build up. Okay, I like it. I was about to say, yeah, there's not enough of Comprehension Barrier in the drop, but I hear that. I hear the sound design in there somewhere, like layered with some shit. I love how bro's subs are so distorted that there's just a, not even white noise, just a distortion layer over the entire drop, over the sound design, over everything. Rough transition into the midsection, but I like it. Now I get why the buildup is so vicious. I mean, I think the juxtaposition would have been a little too extreme. Well, it still is between the intro and the build, but I get it. Like, this song's climaxes are all over the place. staple 4-bar Prosecute fake outs, filtered to hell. That is a nicely tuned pan snare. Take notes. Nice. Met my standards. I like it. Not a forced BPM slowing there. And the sound design and flow was changed up and not just the same thing to actually complement it. It was cool. I like it. Demonic Curse Level Up Remix. The OG Demonic Curse is pretty fucking standout. Nice little deep dub section in the second drop. First drop. With the little beeps and shit. Not a fan of Level Up, but it makes sense why she would remix this song. So, yeah. It sounded like the build-up drum got quieter or something. I don't know. Or the hi-hat, I guess.
Demonic Curse.
The cymbals and snare are kind of shrill. As expected, it's a like rhythm hybrid with classic elements, of course. Not my sound though. I think the non-drops have nice momentum though. Very linear, you know, just take you into the drop nicely. Maybe too much brass action though.
Demonic Curse.
That hey vocal chop is cool. Does this kick 100% fit? Are the drums too loud? Nice outro. Yeah, unfortunately that remix just strays too far from the OG Demonic Curse. I wouldn't have liked it, even though it makes sense because of the kind of classic sounding wub, you know. I'd have definitely preferred a more wook approach to this song over a heavier approach. like the Kill Safari song. It's just not my sound. I don't really like it. Yeah. Too Brittany for me. Rings of Pluto, Infekt remix. Also makes sense why Infekt would remix Rings of Pluto, the most classically rhythm-leaning song off the entire album. Which actually makes me think Infekt could have really did a good job of remixing Ten-Toed Anthem off of Harbinger. I'd love to see a remix comp for that too, but it's probably not coming out. Okay, kind of a weird mix now. I don't think the kit can really support all the low, mid, and sub shit going on. Not sure about the flow either. Yeah, I think this song is significantly less stereo than the rest. Non-existent transition. Better transition into nothingness here. Yeah, it's well made, but it's not really getting me. I just don't think I'm in a trench mood right now, especially after those Port Zero comps. It's Infekt, I guess. Not too big on it. Decent flows, but Kereberot, Nimda remix. Kereberot's actually probably the worst song off of Voyd II. It's aged pretty poorly. Since then, Sudden Death is really honed in on his tear out chops. Especially making it in a way that suits his sound more. Taking influence from more up and coming people as well. Yeah, I think the stabs in the original song are just stiff and don't really work, bro. I'm gonna keep it real. I know Nimda's gonna make it better though. I love how he's more comfortable with putting straight up like hardcore metal sections into his songs now. With his own vocals, it sounds great. The start stop. The tonality of the gun. Why is its timbre like that? Go, go, go. I like it. I like it. Has a similar mix down to Div Killer, actually. I like this newfound Nimda mix down. It's even punchier than most of his last songs. Super saturated sub. I like how zappy and lasery the guns sound here. That's a cool little tidbit. And he actually used some of the drop sounds and their flows to support his machine gun action. Okay, Dark Matters by Sudden Death. The third original, I believe. Creator. If we're counting the interludes, it's 1, 2, 3, the fourth. This is the Peter Griffin song, Arcaphane. That twangy sound design is so cool. And like, I don't even know if this is supposed to be like a bridge into the midsection or a like downtime part, but it's just filtered out. But the drop still kind of hits. I like the structuring. Like the supporting sounds are actually louder than the twang sound. Dark Matters is a cool name, but Archifane was a much tougher name. Can't lie. Eidolon Hex groove here. At least what the drums are doing in the sub texture. Funny. This you can only hear the white noise saturation of the sub, but not the sub itself. That's what I like about Sudden Death too. Sometimes he really experiments, and the Void project allows him to do this more with midsection structure, working smarter, not harder. You know, not just a completely different section, but translating shit over, which a lot of dubstep producers do, but they do it differently. Like, I can go back to Kereberot as an example, but the sub bass was just so overpowering there to the point where the drops lost the impact because of the midsection sounding so weird. But here it works well. Just great leveling of the sounds. And bro, those artifacts, those like bell sounding artifacts were sick. Next up is Vampa's remix of Valley of Darkness. Valley of Darkness second drop was Deep Space Horror, right? And that's one of the best Void IDs, period, like top 5. Just the whole slowing of the fucking sound design is genius. First drop was kind of messy, but had cool lasery sounds. Don't listen to Vampa, so I don't know what I'm in for, but we'll check it out. Cool sound. A nigga's been recording for 1 hour 40 now. Holy crap.
I tried to warn you, we all did. Now my curse will stay with you as you descend to madness.
And those are vocals, then props on some Hades shit.
The Valley of Darkness.
Now see, I'm assuming those are her vocals. She used her vocals to recreate the original vocal samples. That's cool. But we'll see what the drop does. That overtone is cool. Geek, geek. I love the space being created by the sound design itself. It's like kind of wavering in and out. The motif itself is pretty basic, but we'll see what the second drop does. It might completely change my opinion in the positive or negative direction of the song. Nice keeping up the pacing in the midsection here to the bridge of build.
The Valley of Darkness.
There's like some metallic resonance to the sound I do like, even though it's a little harsh. If this drop is the same, I'm gonna have to bump it down a notch because I really need to switch up here. If the first drop was just a tone setter, that's cool, but the second drop can't be the same thing, or else it's just going to be a mid-track to me. And long-ass build-up isn't going to, like, you know, save that from... You feel me? Yeah, there was variation. I can't cap. It's an alright song. But just imagine, and I don't know if her sound design is compatible with the Deep Space Horror second drop format, where the shit gets spun down. But imagine if she would have introduced that into this drop, how much more creative it would be. Obviously, there's variation tonally, and there's little droplet sounds in the mix too that sound kind of cool. But it didn't venture out enough, just to me. I like the vibe of the song, I do, but it's underwhelming though. You know, it's one of those festival main stage bangers that has aura, but it still has to be generic to a certain extent for the most people to go off to it. And I can't really get behind that. Yeah, man. Played it too safe. Nice little high pass there, though. Even though it was harsh. Twilight Reflector, AFK remix. AFK is... I can't say hit or miss because he does have more hits than misses. A lot of his old stuff I enjoy. What was that song called of his? Miracle VIP, I believe, is super great from like 2012 or so. I used to bump the hell out of that song every day on my way to school. I used to listen to a dubstep mix called the Aliens Intel Mix. I don't know if it's up on whatchamacallit anymore on SoundCloud. But AFK, he's kind of a legend. He's been doing this thing for a long time. I think he'd be bigger if he'd be more consistent in terms of releases as well as just the quality of his shit. But yeah, it's a pretty versatile dude. I just want to see if this mix is still up. The Aliens Intel mix, it was right there, bro. I might want to do a video where I check out some of the old dubstep I used to listen to. Nigga, I just saw it. Like, Infekt was doing this thing over a decade ago, and he still is. Can't hate. Twilight Reflector I like. It's also a death step leaning track. So I hope Infekt incorporates elements of melodies, of similar melody, into his track. Good start. This is so fucking anthemic. I don't know how he does it. Just when Sun Death Supersaw is coming, you know that shit's gonna be cycling through your head for the next 24 hours. Good sub distortion, especially since it helps fill out that mix, glue the tonal sound design and the basses together. Yeah, but it still sounds like he's one of those OGs that tries to appeal to the modern dubstep audience. That's what this track feels like, much better than a lot of other OG producers do it, and y'all know who I'm talking about. But I just wish, I guess I'm an AFK old head. I don't know. I just feel like there's many a modern dubstep producer that could make a almost exactly the same sounding song, you feel me? He did translate the melody into the drops well though, but it's almost too clean for me, you know? The like trumpety sound design. This pre-drop here is kind of weird. Like he almost didn't have the stems to the song. Why is the kick so aggressive, like with the sidechain? Okay, the sub crunch is kind of carrying this. That's the it's provided the needed texture I need with this track, because it almost feels too sterile. The sound design, at least, it's decent. It's decent. I think it's cool. Yeah, pretty bare bones though. This is yet another example of a song where, bro, Sudden Death provided for y'all a second drop that does something entirely different than the first one that y'all could have reworked, but instead y'all decide to just rework the first one and add subtle variation to make the second one. That's, you know? And I hate to compare it to the original track, but there's so much more substance with the OG. I don't know. and it makes it underwhelming because of that. Cool sounds, but as a song, bro, just one idea stretched across 2 minutes. Forgotten Name. Second to last song. Yeah, nigga. Okay, the melody's nutty. I wish it'd be more acid leaning though. A little more filtering, bro. But I like this a lot. God damn, that ticking is harsh. And there's no high end to it. Bro, EQ look like this. See, this is how you make a main stage rhythm banger. Heavy rhythm almost. Without losing substance, you know? That melody just ties it all together and makes it unique and cool. Love the delay.
Within the depths, a dire warning echoes. Praise the trials set, for they hold the key to liberation.
Destiny will not wait.
Embrace this evil.
Wow, amazing low end rumble there. What's this aura?
You've forgotten.
Epilogue's up next. I hope this transitions into it. Oh, Sag. wish that melody sounded a little more analog. Maybe add a little more RC20 wobble or something. Regardless, I enjoy it. Why did it end so abruptly? I would have loved another section of that, bro. That was it. Holy fuck. This is a pretty good remix comp, man. I enjoyed it. How many songs did I save? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I would save more of these interludes if I knew which playlist to put them into, because I don't like songs on Spotify. I usually just need to, you feel me? I have no playlist that's just miscellaneous. I'm too OCD for that shit. But yeah, man. I'd say my favorite remix still is Phiso's. I think that blew everything out of the water. But Tape B surprised me. Oolacile was great. MUERTE was solid. Prosecute was good. Nimda's was nice. And Forgotten Name was really nice too. So, wait, I just forgot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Saved 9 out of 22. It'd be more like I said with which ones would I add? Wait, I didn't save Creator? I'm a bot. Hold on. Yeah, so I say I saved about half the tracks, right? Some shit wasn't for me, but it's just so cool that Sudden Death, at the position he's in dubstep, is also tapped into damn near every other niche of dubstep and puts them on as well. Subtronics does something to a greater degree than he does, especially because of Cyclops. But we had Tear Out on this thing. We had a Jump Up song on this thing, even though it wasn't that good. Some Trent shit, some OG rhythm stuff, OG dubstep song, rhythm stuff, you know, hard dance. It's varied as fuck, and you have to respect it. There's a couple people I would have liked to be on the remix comp that didn't make it, but I think this lineup as a whole was, like I said, diverse and solid, despite some of it not being my taste. And yeah, bro, I think they delivered. Now, is it as good as Voyd? Well, it's not as good as Voyd II, the album. Is it as good as Voyd 1.5? Now, if we go Sudden Death solo track for Sudden Death solo track on both, obviously not, because Bleed is incredible. Terrible is his best song, let's be real. Brainstorm, Fire, Mr. Muscles is great. Behemoth VIP is pretty good. These remixes aren't the best, though. So, I do like the Must Die remix, but these... It's difficult. I think because of these 4 tracks, it might top it, though. Because this is peak SD, especially these 2, right? Interesting. I think 1.5 would be better. But it's hard to, like, compare because that's, 8 or 9 tracks. And whatchamacallit is 22. But also, Voyd Volume 2 is much longer than Voyd Volume 1, so all this shit makes sense at the end of the day. But this album further cements Sudden Death GOAT status in dubstep, I think. Just putting on motherfuckers like this. He may not have a label like Subtronics does, but he damn sure makes sure to include some solid up-and-comers onto his remix comps. As well as put him on to fucking festival lineups and shit. You also have to give him that. Yeah, bro. I enjoyed it. I was really hyped for this. I more or less got what I was expecting. And now my upper playlist is full of these fucking songs. But I appreciate y'all for watching. Drop your opinions of this comp in the comment section below. Did I want to say anything else to sudden death? I don't think so. No, just a goat as a whole, bro. Just a goat. Been tapped in for so long, and I hope that he drops anything soon. But I mean, since this remix comp just came out, I think he's gonna be chilling, just doing shows and shit. But yeah, appreciate y'all for watching. Take care, and I will see y'all on the next one. Bye.